Good morning, Singapore. People's Voice is in Pioneer today on the western side of our island. This is a single-member constituency. Now, if you just walk up the road a bit and then turn right, you're actually already into Choa Chu Kang GRC, Nanyang Ward. So we have spoken to so many people today. So many people have been very nice, come up to us and given us the feedback. And you know, I noticed three common themes. First, many people are very, very worried about the future for their children. I was surprised, or maybe I should not have been surprised, but a few people in their 40s and 50s came up to me and said, you know, Tian, we don't want our children to be living in the Singapore of today. They want a better Singapore for their children. And who do they blame? They blame this government. They blame the incompetency of this government. They blame a government that has lost touch with the ground on fundamental issues such as cost of living, on housing, on CPF. One person by the name of Vincent came up to me and said he had lost his job 3 times. 3 times he was retrenched. He worked in the electronics industry, and 3 times his job went to a foreigner. And people shake their heads, and rightly so, because they don't understand why this government is not protecting the interests of indigenous Singapore-born citizens. Another interesting thing that I learned today was 2 people came up to me and said, oh, you know, we read that the CPF payouts were going to be delayed until we were 70. So we got alarmed and we went to the CPF office, and the people there told us, no, that's not true. What you read in social media, in the news is not true. But they were then given a form and asked to fill it up, and they were bewildered. They were saying, why, if it's not true, do we have to fill up this form? So Singaporeans, I'm telling you, if you do not fill up that form to opt out of this delayed payment period, when you reach 70, you are not going to be enjoying the payouts when you're 65. So make sure you go and fill up that form, all right? And finally, it is very obvious to me that Singaporeans feel that our country has lost something very valuable, very important to us as Singaporeans. We have lost much of what we used to call the Singapore identity. And it is because of this government's pathetic immigration policy, which has not been calibrated well, and which must be revamped. And I want to say one final thing. This morning, I read in the Straits Times, Heng Swee Keat saying that the government is responsible, will take all necessary actions to rectify any shortcomings, that it is accountable. I want to ask Heng Swee Keat one thing. How many chances are you going to give Gan Kim Yong, a health minister who has messed up big time, on 3 separate occasions in less than 4 years? How many times before Mr. Gan is removed? With that, Singaporeans, I thank you, and I hope to see you in another part of Singapore very soon.